Hi, welcome to our daily encounter. Our devotion today will be taken from Proverbs chapter 9, and it's actually a pretty simple thought. Here in Proverbs chapter 9, you have two women depicted, one representing wisdom, the other representing folly. And both of them are crying out to whoever will come to them. Wisdom crying out with an offer of what she can provide. And of course, wisdom, as presented in the book of Proverbs, can give us life, it can give us prosperity, it can give us the good life that we desire if we'll follow after it. Whereas folly calls out, and it has you follow after your own heart's desire. It says that basically stolen water is sweet, and bread eaten in secret is pleasant. It tells us a lie that if we obtain something through mischief and through doing the wrong thing, that somehow it'll be more pleasant that way than achieving things in the proper way. And as we look in our lives, and we look deep in our hearts, as we respond to various situations, we'll find basically two voices crying out to us. We'll have wisdom crying out to us saying, hey, abide with me, come with me, see what I can offer you. I have wonderful things to give you if you'll follow after me. But then we have the voice of folly that says, you know what, do what you want. Actually, you'll enjoy life better if you commit sin, if you commit folly, if you do things that are mischievous, and you take advantage of others. And these two voices remain constant in our hearts. And of course the challenge is in listening to the right voice, listening to wisdom within our hearts. I do believe that God has placed wisdom in each of our hearts. And in every human being we have in our hearts wisdom, that inner voice within us that tells us what is right and what is wrong, what is acceptable and what is not acceptable. And it's up to us to follow after that voice and to follow after what God has instilled within us so that we can live a good life. You know, He's the one that created us, and therefore He would know what is best for us. But we also have our fleshly desires within, and that what some would call the sinful nature within. That is that part of us that has a tendency towards sin, towards rebellion, towards mischief, that seeks its own and is not concerned with others, and is very selfish and self-seeking. And that voice is very strong as well. And depending on the circumstance or the situation that we're dealing with, sometimes its voice can be louder than the voice of wisdom. But here Proverbs is encouraging us to follow wisdom, and to follow wisdom into her home, into what she can offer, what she has prepared for us, so that we can enjoy the good life. You know, God gives us instructions not just so that He can burden us or make our lives tough. He gives us wisdom and He gives us instructions so that we can live a better life. He has constructed this world for us to live in it in a certain way. And when we live contrary to that, we live contrary to what He has constructed, and therefore we reap the benefits, or we reap the consequences of those choices. And so today, let's think about, who are we going to follow? We're going to follow the voice of wisdom or the voice of folly. Let's make a commitment today and pray to the Lord that He'll help us to always follow the voice of wisdom, wherever that might lead us. Well, thank you guys for listening in today. I love you guys. Hope you guys have a great day. God bless.